going on, people? Welcome to You Know The Score. It's your boy Shingy, with my wingman Tobes.
Oh, chill, man.
Yeah, so we was meant to do a complete review about the Liverpool victory against Man United. Liverpool won 3-1 against Man United at Anfield over the weekend. But there's been some breaking news which is broken out today. Well, earlier this morning, and Jose Mourinho. He got sacked in the morning. Yeah, so I mean, your thoughts on Mourinho getting sacked following that dismal display against Liverpool on the weekend?
I can imagine him, going to his base, or
Yeah.
He thought today was gonna be a good day.
Yeah.
And then they say, Jose, get out. And then he's like, what? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're done here. You're done out here, man. But me personally, I'm upset because I like the work he was doing at Man United. Like how he was belittling your players, It was funny. It was an entertainment to watch. He's going to be missed. He will definitely be missed.
No, the media are definitely going to miss him because obviously he was basically food and drink for them in the press conference.
You never knew what he was going to say next.
You never knew what he was going to say. You never ever knew, and it was headlines. He made for good headlines. But
he did.
For me as a United fan, following what I saw on the weekend, I thought it was a disgrace. I thought that performance was a disgrace. You guys had 36 attempts to our 6. You guys were basically camped in our half.
We lived there
for pretty much the majority of the game. We broke out on a couple of occasions, but we offered nothing.
I was even shocked you scored, to be honest. That shocked me.
Well, it came through an Alisson mistake, basically. Really.
You weigh it up.
You may have saved you, but it was a mistake.
It was, but it was unlucky. That's what I think. I don't call it. I think it was unlucky. It hit off his knee.
It was a goalkeeping hammer.
Listen, the ball. He caught the ball. It hit off his knee. What more do you want?
Regardless, it was a mistake.
And we had Mr. Jesse there celebrating.
Yeah. I mean, and following, obviously, I was happy that we got the 1-1 at that point, and I was hoping, in the second half we can try and kick on, but it just seemed like we was just hanging on. Then
all you did was prolong the inevitable. That's all you did,
pretty much for the whole game.
Yeah,
for the whole game. For the whole game, and it was
that would have been a disaster if we drew that match.
It was terrible. I mean, we had you've got your most expensive player in Paul, but obviously they're falling out on the bench in such a big game, high profile game. You've got Mata, who he's been giving us some sort of ingenuity, But in that game, I don't.
You know what it was? I looked at your team sheet, So no Martial, no Pogba, no Mata. It's nothing to worry about here.
And then you brought on Fellaini to do what?
He's just gonna disrupt the play.
I don't understand what.
But he's a nuisance. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even like playing against Fellaini.
But that's that.
Or even Lukaku. I don't really like playing against them. They're shit, but somehow they normally come up with something.
Listen, you see Lukaku. He can't even trap a door. He cannot trap. Listen, he can't trap anything. The ball comes to him, and as Giggs recently pointed out. I don't want to have to keep on getting onto Lukaku, but Giggs pointed out that you had guys like Eric Cantona who could
one touch.
He could turn a bad ball into a good ball. Lukaku's there
turn a good ball into a bad ball.
So I mean,
these are times you gotta live through.
But yeah, I mean.
And how much was Lukaku? 90 million.
75 million or something.
No, but rising to 90, I believe, the final thing. I don't want to get into the in and outs, but
Yeah.
When you're spending 75 onwards on a player, you need to see some sort of, results.
Yeah, of course, and that's been my problem.
Well, he scored goals though. Let's not.
Yeah, but he does score goals, but he's not. It's not
big
against
games.
Big games.
He don't turn up.
He's not going to produce something out of
nothing. He calls him sick for big games. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
He bullies the little teams. But this season, he don't even seem to be bullying the little teams.
Mate, he just seems to be bullying his own touch, basically, to be honest. But compared to obviously you guys on the weekend, obviously you bought on Shaqiri. That's another good signing.
That's a steal, isn't it?
And you've bought players in the right positions, and
we've addressed our issues.
Yeah, like your team seems well drilled, well coached, and you know what they're doing. Obviously, the table suggests that you're 19 points ahead of us compared to where we are at this moment in time, and we don't know where we're coming. If we're coming,
this is the first time, I look at my United games, Normally I want you guys to lose, innit? I'm happy when you lose, but I don't even care if you lose nowadays. You're so far behind. It don't matter whether you lose, win, or draw. I don't check for your results anyway. It don't matter to us.
It's immaterial,
You're fighting the likes of Wolves, Bournemouth, Everton.
But we're in around that.
They're your age mates now.
Mini league,
They're your age mates.
We're actually in around that mini league with them. You know, I'm constantly looking at Bournemouth results or you know, Wolves are 1-3 on the bounce. You know, they're looking dangerous. They're looking dangerous. They gave us a hard game at Old Trafford, and for me, my problem is that I know there's a systematic problem at the club, like as a whole, like the board, the players, and the manager are not in sync. Yeah, that's clear. That's clear. However, obviously, it's down to the manager to get the best out of the players. Clearly, the players have to hold accountability for themselves. Yes, but the structure is. You know, there's no structure in place for them to go and play and express themselves, in my opinion. Why is it that it's not just Paul Pogba, because the media are lapping up this whole Paul Pogba thing?
They love to find a scapegoat to blame.
Yeah, it's not just him, though. It's not just him. Like,
what's the worst.
Nobody, I don't care. Nobody can tell me, that there's a player in Manchester United that can hold their heads up high, cover themselves in glory. Who, apart from De Gea? Nobody else.
What about Martial? He's had a good season.
No. This is my problem. This is my problem. Yeah, he's had spurts.
But he scored. How many has he scored?
That's what I'm saying though. He can't cover himself in glory because
but he ain't been bad.
He hasn't been bad. I'm not saying, but no players have been.
I think those two.
No one has been scintillating. No one's been scintillating.
A change of personnel should change that now.
Well, I mean,
like we were talking about, football is about coaching players. I don't think Mourinho is a good coach. Like, he goes into press conferences. What he says next, you're just thinking. If you're a player, you're thinking, what did I do? Like the other day, what did he say about, was it Phil Jones and who else was stepping up to take a bite? He said he knew they were going to miss. So what was their name doing on the penalty team sheet? If you knew they were going to miss, why did you allow them to take that penalty?
No, I think they had to because obviously he went past the 5 that was selected. Yeah, so.
He knew. Like,
he knew, but
you don't have to. That's something you keep to yourself.
That's what I'm saying, and I don't think he has this infectious personality with the players. He doesn't have this relationship.
Ferguson used to protect your players, innit? You never see him coming and bashing any player, except for when he kicked that boot on Beckham's head. But apart from that, I never heard anything with Fergie making players upset. No, there was 1 or 2, obviously.
Yeah, obviously, there's always, you're gonna fall out with a few players.
Yeah, but not like that. Not in the manner of Mourinho.
And not so publicly as well. Like, imagine if Mourinho had Sturridge at his disposal. Look how Klopp has managed to keep Sturridge on the side. Do you know what I mean? It's things like that. He's kept players on the side. Fabinho, he's helped Fabinho
back, and then he's brought him now. He seems to be flourishing now.
Flourishing because that was an excellent ball too.
But he was giving them balls. If we look at the match, that's the type of balls he was giving all match. Forward. None of that Henderson sideways, backwards business. Because his first thought is forward. It's because when he first came, he wasn't in tune with the Klopp system, innit? Like that's what Klopp did with Robertson last season. Like he had to bide his time, but now he knows the Klopp way. It's flourishing.
Yeah, no, your team seems, and it pains me to say that because
nowadays,
I cannot.
When I wear my Liverpool shirt, people give me weight now, innit? Because of the status that we hold now,
But you haven't won anything.
But it's it's not. Listen. We can't win anything at this stage. That's impossible.
Of course, but you've made strides. Yeah,
we've made strides. But what I'm saying is now they take us more seriously now. That's what I'm saying. Like you see the Liverpool shirt, it's not a joke anymore. Like it's we will be respected. Or we'll see you. We'll pull up at your we'll pull up at your ground. We'll deal with you. So get me. That's how it is right now.
Well, it's funny you say that though, because that was the first time in 8 games that at Anfield that you beaten us.
What? We beat you in Europa now, but we're above that nowadays. But
you
get them bogey teams that somehow, no matter how crap they are, they come and do like 2 of them seasons. Yeah. You came with a bus. That we didn't. But we didn't have any players to. We didn't know.
I'm glad the least on the bus is gone.
Yeah, we didn't have any way to get past that bus. I'll be honest with you. We didn't have the personnel to get past the bus because we knew what you're coming to do. You're an non-entity team. You're not here to come and attack us. You're here to sit back and come home with your job.
My problem is like you obviously you're saying that you were more frightened of Brighton When
Yeah,
like, they
nearly scored, like, legitly.
This is what I don't understand. This was my...
Or Everton. When Everton came, I'm not gonna lie, like, we can hold our hands up and say, yeah, we were actually lucky to leave with 3 points.
And that's my thing, because, you know, like I keep on saying, you know, yes, obviously the players have to, you know, hold their hands up and look at themselves. Yes, the board do as well. Mourinho's been given money to spend. Yeah, I've got this stat. Yeah, that was on Sky Sports today. Manchester United's net spend since Mourinho's come is 313 million. It's still, I think, it's 50 million pounds less than City's.
Was it second highest?
Second highest. Liverpool's was 119 million.
What? You know what Mourinho said?
What's that?
It's not his team.
That is bullshit. That is bullshit.
This is a man that when you win, like, you see when you won against Juventus. And he was doing that.
Oh yeah.
He likes to take glory.
Yeah. It's
but when it's going wrong,
he doesn't want to take.
It's like them two parents arguing with their child. When the child's done well, that's my child. When your child's doing nonsense, that's your child. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's a marriage that wasn't working, and it just goes to show that, like you said, you know, your team have identified the players that you need to improve your team, and you've done it for much less than what we have. We spent 330 million to you 190 million. You bought Van Dijk.
That's what some people didn't understand. Like some people just like to buy names. It's not just about buying names. You have to identify who's going to help you. Like Robertson. I keep getting this guy's name wrong.
Hole, innit?
Yeah.
Hole, yeah.
I was thinking, I'm not going to lie, I was thinking.
What did you see?
What are we doing here? Like, we should be, like, why are we shopping in a relegated team? Like, where's the ambition? But I've been made to eat my words. Because this guy he's common. Even Mourinho said he got tired just by looking at him. He does not. He Duracell, innit? He don't stop. He's up and down. He's up and down.
Continues going. When you got Van Dijk.
Van Dijk,
Alisson.
What a sign of Van Dijk. I don't want to talk too much about Van Dijk.
And then you
the proof is in the pudding.
Shaqiri, who changed the game. You know,
he's been good this season.
Yeah, he has been. He has been, and he's showing his quality. Because
he's been hugged. He's been giving them club hugs work. You know, they work.
Well, no, that's what you do. You need, like I said, you need to have a relationship with your players. Yeah. And unfortunately, Mourinho just didn't have that. You know, he fell out with Pogba, which was well documented.
The guy can fall out with anybody, man.
Listen,
he can say anything. He don't even know what he's gonna say next.
Yeah, I know.
He can just say somebody can bring their wife. He can go and sort the wife if you're not.
He fell out with Shaw, Alexis. You know, Martial for a bit when during the summer
when his wife got pregnant. I think he wanted to take time off. He said no. So.
It's stuff like that, and from that point, I just felt it was just
going down.
Yeah. Basically, he wasn't going to survive. I didn't believe
taking time bomb.
It was, and I was just thinking, why are the ball taking so long to actually make a decision?
I'm not gonna lie, I was shocked to hear he got sacked. I thought you lot would get rid of him end of the season.
That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. However, how can we allow this to continue?
Yeah, January's coming up. Yeah,
you know, we've been consistently inconsistent this season.
You got turned into a banter club.
Yeah, you know, and you know we're playing better teams, or even these crap teams, and we can't seem to turn them over. You know,
Crystal Palace,
like people were talking about, Manchester United played well against Fulham. Out of all teams, Fulham.
Fulham can't wait to save their life.
Listen,
we're for the bottom of the table.
Yeah, man.
They're championship team. Making a living in the Premiership.
And then following Fulham, we played Valencia, and we go and do that. We had the opportunity to finish top.
They've won 3 games all season. You being one of them.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And you know, it just didn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense. Like, and then we finished second in the group, and now we've got PSG. And I just
they must be licking their lips.
I think after watching the Valencia game and after watching the Liverpool game, they must have been licking their lips now. But now things could possibly change.
It's changing, because there's going to be new personnel. What is Fellaini, Ashley Young, Chris Smalling still doing in your club?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on with that situation. Obviously, Chris Smalling signed a new contract. That was when Mourinho was there. I think there will be a clear out, because some of the players, you know, they're not Man United players. I mean, you know, we're talking about 2.5 years in, and we still don't even know who our best 11 is, compared to you guys, where you know you probably know the 8 players that are going to start, but then obviously Klopp will change it around a bit depending
on the person, depending on the opposition.
Depending on the opposition. But you've got your 8. You've got your 8 solid starters. You know who your front 3 is. Your front 3 starters are going to be because they're going to cause problems. You know your back 4 pretty much. Obviously Gomez is not fit now, and you've got Trent Klein that's come back in.
Yeah, see, that's it's a good squad to have.
You got
I forgot about Klein.
Yeah, so I mean, Klopp knows what he's doing. You're well drilled. Us, you know what we are. We're weak, like mentally, like we're weak, like
just have you had one tune
everywhere?
It's like Nigeria, scatter, everything just be. That's Man United, scatter.
We're weak, and
that's everybody's everywhere. Like
it's an absolute mess. But it's been interesting to see who people have been saying that who should take over the reins. I mean, obviously Solskjaer's been touted as an interim manager. Laurent Blanc, wouldn't mind him, to be fair. And then people are talking about Giggs taking over in the long run. Roy Keane. You know what Danny Mills said?
What?
He said, give it to Gareth Southgate.
Is this what it's come to?
To be fair, listen, I think Gareth Southgate is doing well with England, so he should just stay there. Like,
that's at Hudson. When he was doing well with the Fulhams, then he tried to come to Liverpool. No, don't work. Just stay where you are.
Just stay where you are. Just keep on building up your reputation at England. Like, why are you going to try and bring Gareth Southgate into the melting pot? And then if it goes wrong, it's just Moisey Part 2. Well, probably Moisey Part 3 because Mourinho's record hasn't been that great after spending more money, but.
If the new manager comes now, and nothing's changed,
yeah.
Do you accept the fact that it's just Ferguson did an amazing job in his tenure at Man United?
The game has evolved, but it's evolved, and we need a manager that's going to build a team with a style of play which reflects the values and the traditions of the club.
Innit?
Yeah. Like, we all knew what we was getting when we brought Mourinho in. Like,
you get results, but it's not going to be pretty.
The thing is, if the results stop and we're not challenging,
that's when you have to.
That's when you have to ask. You have to start asking the question, which is why people were asking the question. People weren't trying to get at him. It's because we know the style of football he doesn't. His football's industrial. It's not enjoyable. Yeah, but if you're not winning, people are going to ask questions.
You're right. If you win, you can overlook that.
You can overlook that. But we weren't anywhere close to City. People say, we did finish second, but
that's by default.
Yeah,
I don't know what the rest were doing.
The rest of us
should never have been in that
shambles. We're shambles.
Everybody was
19
in shambles.
points this season. We're 19 points behind.
I think everybody
you guys.
just gave up with City. They said, no, City won this.
We haven't competed in the Champions League, so he said if the football's not good and you're not competing, people are going to question you. It's like when you had Hodgson in charge, you weren't playing good football, and
what's he doing there?
And your results weren't great, so it's like he had to go. Do you know what I mean? So it's a results-driven business. He had to go. And we've just got to try and look to see who we can get. I mean, I would like to see Pochettino coming at the end of the season, but he's got a good project going on over there.
But these are all likeable managers. They come to you, you're not going to like them anymore.
We don't know that though.
If it don't go well.
But I guess we don't know. We're not in a position. We're not in a position anymore to be like, okay, if he comes and he doesn't do well, then
we'll get rid of him.
Yeah,
you just have to stick with somebody now.
It's been five approaching 6 years since Fergie left, and
you're still back to square one.
Basically we're back to square one.
Yeah.
As opposed to like you guys and Spurs, you're on the up. Chelsea, obviously, they're always in different seasons. They've always got something.
Somehow it works.
It works for them.
They'll probably be out next season.
Arsenal, they look like a much improved team under Unai Emery, and once he gets his squad in, they could be challenging for honours soon. Maybe this season will come too early for them. However, it's dark days at United, but I feel like a weight's been lifted. A black cloud has been lifted away from the club, because I think it was just the relationship was getting too toxic. Now, obviously, with you guys, it's all rosy over at Anfield.
Good days.
Do you believe you're going to
win the title?
Yeah. You think you're going to pip City?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Actually, before in the beginning of the season, I was thinking City will win it, but we have a great. Listen, I'm not saying we're definitely.
God forbid, man.
We have a great chance of winning it.
Yeah.
And if we do win it, Anfield for the trophy parade. They will see me. I'll go in there. I'm ready to go there. But I have a feeling we will win it, you know. I can't lie. I'm saying it on camera. God winning.
Nah, God forbid.
Inshallah. We'll win that.
Nah, I can't. You seeing you guys win the league will be poor, but
it'll be good for football, I think.
Nah, not for me anyway.
But that's one of football's greatest
rivals.
Stories. Winning now, I'm telling you, will be one of football's greatest. Football has been waiting so long for the great Liverpool to rise again.
Oh, whatever, man. The football's greatest story probably was
Leicester.
Yeah.
No, but they've been forgotten about.
But who's been waiting apart from you guys?
Fam, it's football. I'm telling
Liverpool. That's what you guys been waiting for, man.
For the great Liverpool to rise again.
Yeah,
can you imagine the scenes though? You never walk alone.
I don't want to hear that nonsense. I don't want to hear that.
The atmosphere, fam, that'll be the littiest. What's the title party?
Nah, our title party.
No.
Yeah, it was. Well, you don't even know about it anyway. You've never seen it. No, I don't care. I don't care. Man.
You want it? Trust me.
Nah. Why would I want it?
You want it? Trust me.
The red mist is going to do what?
Huh?
The red mist is going to do what?
Listen, I'm telling you the scenes. The red smoke will come.
Okay.
When you walk, and then who's lifting Henderson? They still don't seem right.
What Henderson? The audacity of him lifting the Premier League title. You must be out of your blood clot mind, bro.
I was gonna say,
you must be out.
It's freaking Henderson's the captain, isn't it?
Yeah, lifting the Premier League title after the certain greats that have lifted up that title. Nah, you must be your Roy Keanes, your Patrick Vieira.
Okay, what's that guy in Leicester lifting?
Your John Terry.
What's it?
Where's Morgan?
He lifted it, no? Did he not lift it?
Yeah, he lifted it.
Exactly, Henderson can lift it.
Nah, not a chance.
Just as long as he don't drop it.
I hope not, man. I hope not. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens in the next few weeks. Who Man United are going to employ. We'll see how Liverpool kick on. Obviously, this is the business end of the season where games are coming thick and fast. You got some big games.
Wolves coming up.
You got Wolves. You got Chelsea.
I'm sure that'll be a much harder game than the one we just had.
You got Chelsea. You got Man City. So
Arsenal. You got
some big games. I mean,
still undefeated. We got some money, mate.
Well, we've got 5 games which we should be able to get results from now that
I looked at
Maureen's
that
gone. Yeah. So it'll be a good time for an interim manager to come in. Yeah, Maureen, isn't it? Maureen. But it'll be interesting times. So
let's say interim manager comes now and results still ain't going well. Did you give him time? Did you turn on him? What happened?
Listen. I don't want to think about that now. Obviously, Mourinho's gone now. Like, let the dust settle. Let the board do what they need to do. So
the board is useless.
I know they are. We need someone that is educated in the footballing side of things.
Yeah, they haven't got.
Yeah, because Woodward comes from a commercial background.
He hasn't got a clue. No, he doesn't. Can you manage? Yeah, I'll take you. I'll take you. He hasn't got a clue, mate.
But yeah, so we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, obviously you won the game on the weekend, so you've got the bragging rights until we meet again. I think sometime in March or February. We'll see how far gone you are and we are. I mean, tomorrow should be at the
relegation battle for you guys.
Tomorrow should be at the North London derby for a big game between Arsenal and Spurs.
What do you reckon?
For that game?
Yeah.
Tottenham will be hungry, but Arsenal, when they're at home against Spurs, they always turn it on.
They always do.
They always turn it on, man. But finally, on the weekend, who did you think your man of the match was?
It's a tough one between Robertson and Fabinho. But I have to give it to Fabinho. He was winning tackles. All these passes were forward. He was setting up attacks. He was everywhere. Uber. Get me, Fabinho. I have to give it to him.
It is, man. But yeah, that was it, man. Mourinho's gone. He got sacked in the morning. Bye bye Mourinho. Bye bye Mourinho. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to You Know The Score. Follow the Twitter handle YKTS Podcast. Follow myself, Shingy_Jose on Twitter and Instagram. Follow Tobes, the main guy himself.
Toshayo.
Toshayo. He's a part-timer. But I'll be back soon, man. It's You Know The Score. Check it out.